Okay, my microphone is fully charged. It is totally and 100% fully charged. I hope y'all like my little special effect I got going on up here. See, I can do all kind of little stuff, but I just wanted to, give the effect that you're actually right here in my den with me. Hold on, let me let my window down. It's getting kind of chilly. But I'm just going to have an extended discussion. Well, first of all, before I even get into the live, I just want it to be noted that I will be going back through and tagging. I didn't put the tags before. Now I'm going to tag what needs to be tagged. Because certain people need to know certain things. It's good to know certain things. If somebody is a rogue, wouldn't you want to know that before you, even let them in your house? I would want to know that. Now, certain people wouldn't want you to know that, but to me, that says a lot about the people too, doesn't it? If you're one of the people that would not want to know, that would not want me to know that a certain individual is a rogue, you want to intentionally keep this from me. So in essence, you want me to be a victim to this person, and I'm sure a lot of people have been victimized. A lot of people have been victimized. And that's why there's such a thing as laws to protect people who can't protect themselves. Now, as adults, we can protect ourselves because the law gives us that right, that privilege to do that. Minors, they don't get that luxury, But for the people that go out of their way to cover up what they know is true about other people, let's just say a particular individual, and they don't want that information to get out, to me, you're just as foul as that person. Oh, I didn't even know I already had some of those. You're just as foul as that person is. But there's a lot of that on here. There's a lot of that on here. That's particularly why there's a lot of channels I don't watch. Because I know the content creator is foul. And I know that everybody in that room is just as foul as that content creator is. That's why the abundance of the time, I keep my black ass right over here where I am. There's no need to venture off too much. That's what the search is for. The search allows me to see what the content creators are up to without even going to their channels. I don't even have to go to the channel. I don't even want to give that little introductory video that they have running a view. A lot of times there's ads, but I think you already know I have ad blocker. I've had ad blocker for a long time. So these people don't get anything from me. The things that they want to get, they don't get. And I think it irks them. They They aren't getting money. They aren't getting an ad view or several ad views. It's all blocked. They aren't getting donations. I'm not joining anything. I keep my money in my pocket where it belongs. And I don't give it to charity cases. I don't give it to ex-cons. I don't give it to, the underbelly type individuals that are up on YouTube who are struggling, who are in desperation overdrive to make it. It's not my responsibility. You're not my responsibility. You're your own responsibility. Now, with people like this, with individuals like this, because it's a stretch even calling it people, with individuals like this, I think it bugs them that they can't make it legally. Legally, they can't make it. They can't live a clean existence. I'm willing to guess if you go back as far as you can remember, they've always been foul. It's all they know. And they're grudgeful-hearted about the people who can make it that don't have to be foul. I'm one of those individuals. The things he does, I don't have to do. I was looking at my phone today. Not that I was looking at it for anything, because my uncle wanted to borrow some money, just like he wanted to borrow some money, 2 days ago. And I always loan him money whenever he needs it. And he's never in a hurry to pay me back. He can pay me back whenever he wants to. But I glanced at my phone today after I was texting a friend of mine. And I just looked at the call history. And let's see if I can find it. I was like, this company has called me 72 times to work for them. Now, I don't know during what time frame, because this is a different phone. I haven't even had this phone but about 2.5 months. I've had this phone for 2.5 months. If that. It may only just be 2 months. But I've had this phone for 2 months. And this company has called me 72 times to work for them. Just in 2 months alone. Foul individuals like this, they don't get those opportunities. Opportunities like that are never presented to them. Ever. Now you may wonder, why did I go through all that to say that? Because it begrudges them. It begrudges them that the fact remains that there are people out there, and I'm one of them, that don't have to do all the underhanded, vindictive, spiteful, backstabbing, roguish, thieving, despicable things to get by. That in and of itself brings brings me all the satisfaction I need. Because I know they'll never be presented these types of opportunities in their lifetime. Ever. They know it. That's one thing about me. My motto is, you do the right thing, good things gonna come to you. I've tried to do that throughout my entire life. And it's when I look at my phone like this, I realize those are 72 blessings. If I ever needed one of them, it was always there whenever I need it. And I'm always reminded of it every few days. You know, do you need a blessing? I don't even think about it, but the phone rings, you know. Here's a blessing, you know, just in case you might need it. That's the kind of life I live. And this is just only one example. Certain individuals, they never, and have never, and will never be afforded those types of luxuries, of blessings coming through the cracks in the windows and the cracks in the doors. And it bugs them. They expect me to be like the other people that knows that there's a rogue out there and don't want anybody to know that there's a rogue out there, so that other people can potentially become that person's victims. Hence, blessings. That's how you get your blessings in life, by doing the right thing. The videos that are up, I'll never, and I do mean never, take them down. They will remain up as long as YouTube is up, or until YouTube decides to take down this channel. If I never post another live or post another video, they will remain up, and they will also remain in whatever search engines have picked them up, you know, whatever Google has elected to pick up. And it brings me great satisfaction of knowing that I'm doing the right thing. Hence, blessings that certain individuals are never afforded. And then they wonder why they have to scrape and scrounge. Ever since they can remember, if I had to guess, their entire lives have been like that. And it bugs them. It kind of eats away at them every day, knowing that there's something out there that all of your despicable behavior, it can't change. And that would be my voice. As long as I have a voice, I'm going to use it for good. And I don't care what any foul, despicable individual thinks about it. Because I feel like if there's a rogue and you're thinking about inviting that rogue into your home, especially around your children, you have a right to know. That's why there's news. That's why you can turn on your TV and find out certain things that are going on in the world, in your state, in your city, in your neighborhood, on your street even. That's the purpose of it. The people out there are trying to protect these individuals. They don't get to have a say. They don't get to dictate what gets shared. They're powerless. They don't get to dictate, well, I'm living to a registered sex offender and I have 3 underage daughters. And if it were up to them, I don't have a right to know that I'm living right next door to a registered sex offender. If they had their way, that's how it would be. It's very unfortunate. But that's the mental psyche of these people. They feel like, well, if you're in harm's way, it's acceptable. If it's going to help this foul person over here. Let's say if they can steal from you and go to the pawn shop and get a few dollars, then so be it. They're fine with it. People like that exist in the world. Thank God for the news. Thank God for people that do the right thing. Thank God for a lot of things. Thank God for penitentiaries. Thank God for laws. The court system, probation officers, parole officers. It's all to protect public safety. Certain individuals are not designed to live in society unmonitored. For that very reason. Because other people will feel like, well, nobody needs to really know who they're inviting into their home, who they're having a conversation with, who they're letting around their family and their children. You have to remember, there are people like that. They'll do anything to make sure that nobody ever knows what these people have done, have been convicted of doing, or guilty of doing, have never gotten out of their system, will do again, and are currently doing. They're fine with it. They're fine with them smiling in your face and plotting and scheming to either steal from you behind your back, groom your underage daughters, violate your underage daughters, sexually abuse your underage daughters behind your back. There are people out here that are fine with that. Never forget that. There are people that will get up and watch you walk out of your door every day and go to your job and plot and scheme to break in your house while you're out making an honest living. And when you get back, they will smile right in your face like they did the day before and the day before and the day before, all the while plotting on you. There are people like that. Never forget that. A platform like this is unmonitored. Anybody can crawl up on here. They do every day. the people that watch them are the same type of individuals that feel like, well, if this is a rogue, you don't need to know. If this person has done this or that to an underage girl, that you happen to live right next to them and you have 3 underage girls, they feel like you don't have a right to even know it. Never forget that. Don't ever forget that there are people out there like that. Usually it's people that wish they could provide for themselves, wish they could earn an honest living, wish they owned something, wish they did something with their lives, wish they had the kind of job you have, or the education you have, or the skills you have, or afforded the opportunities that are presented to you. The list can go on and on and on. I never really have to remind myself. It's just understood to me that you are your own responsibility. If you blew your life, that's your issue. It ain't mine. I owe you nothing. You had the same opportunity to do something with your life as I did. You chose not to. How is that my responsibility? I don't owe you shit. And I don't even have to keep quiet about it. If you're a rogue, I can tell it. I can speak it. You don't want to be called a rogue? Your ass shouldn't have never been one in the first place. You don't want to be called a registered sex offender? Your ass shouldn't have never messed with underage girls in the first place. You should have thought about that. See, that's a problem. They don't think. They never think until the rubber has hit the road. When they're at the end of the rope, they're never afforded the opportunities that they want, because they really want those opportunities. You know, let me take a sip of this. I'm going to break this down for y'all. They want to be actors. They want to be producers. They want to be directors. They want to be screenwriters. They want to be music producers, and, you know, all these different things in the entertainment field is what they want. Now, not to say that they weren't an extra, but now let's break that down. You know, if you're just walking by in the background, you know, that's nice, but what, a person will blink and then you're gone. Or let's say if you're in a music video and you're a security guard, and, you know, you don't get to really say anything, but you just throw somebody out of a club. Okay, fine and good. I mean, that's nothing that I particularly find necessarily impressive. That's not what I remember in the video. Let's say it's a music video, you know, 2 seconds, 3 seconds max. That's not anything I remember in the music video. I mean, let's just keep it real. But for the people that really want this kind of stuff, they're going to put a microscope over it, a magnifying glass over it, as if that was the highlight of that whole music video. It was all centered around them. And then they're going to be in their feelings when somebody like me dismisses it. When I open up my mouth and say it meant nothing, that had no bearing on the video at all. They could have gotten anybody to do that. Matter of fact, that whole scene could have been deleted from the entire video. It wouldn't have even mattered. See, they don't like to be minimalized. But at the end of the day, why try to maximize something that don't even matter? And that's what they do. They maximize something that don't even matter. Because anything they've done, it never, ever really mattered. The only thing that really mattered was the fact that their ass was in the penitentiary for messing with underage girls. That's what matters. Matter of fact, that matters more than anything that I have ever seen. That's what a magnifying glass needs to be put over. That. For the safety of underage girls. But leave it to these grimy people on YouTube. They're fine with somebody like that living right in the middle of a neighborhood of working parents with underage girls. And they would, if they had a choice, it would never be known that someone like that, some predator, some child molester who violates underage girls, they would be fine if somebody like that lived right in the middle of your neighborhood around all these underage girls. They would be totally fine with it. And those are the same type people that support these deranged, disturbed individuals. And I do mean disturbed. The level of disturbances that I've seen are unsurmountable. You can't measure it. It's extreme. I'm going to tell you why it's so extreme. Desperation. I've used that word many a times, talking about the same individual. Sheer and utter desperation. They didn't just wake up like that. 9 times out of 10, you can go back 20, 30 years. Their entire existence has probably been that way. Haven't been willing to pay one due in life, but feels like the world owes them something. Do I owe you to sit around and listen to your lies? Sit around and listen to you put on this fake, phony facade like you're all this, that, or the other? Am I supposed to be just all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed because you opened up your mouth and called yourself a star, when all you are, or was, just an extra? I mean, let's break that down. You know, whose goals is it to be an extra? I mean, last time I checked, there's no real skill. You know, and for people that don't know what an extra is, it's like if they're shooting a scene, let's say if it's in like a busy downtown city, and you have to have people that represent the essence of it being a busy downtown city. So you have to have people walking, you know, walking around, people in the background, passing by. There may be 500 different people out there walking around. All 500 of them are extras. They don't speak. They don't look at the camera. They just there, along with 499 others just like them, who 9 times out of 10 had to be on set for 14 to 18 hours just to have that opportunity to walk by a camera. Now, 499 of them aren't going to sit around and claim that they're some superstar, that they're some, actor. They're going to call it what it is, an extra. But you got one disturbed, deranged individual who's going to get on IMDb and claim, I'm this on that show, and I'm that on this show, and I'm this and I'm that, and Tyler Perry is going to be doing a series on My Idea. These are narcissistic people, very disturbed individuals who aren't afforded legal, above the board, clean opportunities. You know why? Because they have never lived that kind of a life. And 9 times out of 10, their pasts will never even qualify them for it. The closest he'll ever come to being an actor is being a security guard at Tyler Perry Studios, employed by some third-party security company who probably don't even know his real background, who Tyler Perry probably don't even know that he's a convicted child molester, a registered sex offender, walking around his property, his studios, illegally recording the inside of his studios, perpetrating a fraud, fronting, stunting, being as fake and phony as he can, building up every channel he's ever had on Kanika Jenkins, a dead black woman. He didn't just wake up one day doing this stuff. He's always done it. I mean, at 25 is when he was arrested for the whole underage girl molestation, violation, inappropriate contact. It didn't just start there. It started well before that. You don't just wake up one day and change that behavior. This is a lifetime of behavior. The past is so smutty. You will be horrified to know what's really in it. See, individuals like this, they get away with more than they've gotten caught up in. If you only knew the things that that individual has really done and not gotten caught doing. See, they never want you to know, so they don't even want you to know the things that they've gotten caught up doing. Even though it's all over the internet, all you gotta do is type in their name, David Lloyd Dunston. You'll see mugshot after mugshot after mugshot. There wouldn't be nothing to see if you had never done all those horrible, horrific, correction. There's nothing terrific about that. It's terrific that your ass was locked up in the penitentiary. I will say that. People like you don't deserve to be around or even anywhere near underage girls. But yet you're all up on social media, aren't you? Hiding behind all kind of accounts, probably on all these different sites that you probably aren't even supposed to be on legally. You don't even want to register as a sex offender. How many times have you probation and violation, probation violation and all this other different stuff for not registering like you're supposed to. Good luck expunging your past. Because last time I checked, for the rest of your life, people need to know where you at. For the rest of your life, people that live around you need to know the kind of person that you are. By law, they need to know. Because underage girls, they have laws to protect them. That's the purpose of those laws. The purpose of those laws is to protect them from people like you. People who go through life and feel like, ooh, well, it was 20 years ago, I'm a changed person. But yet there's mugshot after mugshot after mugshot. There's things that nobody knows that you've done. There's all kind of things you're capable of doing. There's all kind of things that you do daily that you think nobody knows about. There's things you do on YouTube. You got a problem with my video? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you to do. People need to know that people like you are in the world. By law, people need to know when somebody like you moves right next door to them. Especially if underage girls are there. I don't think you'll ever get over that sickness. I think it's constantly in you. I think that's why you're always licking your lips and sticking out your tongue on your videos. I think those are all non-verbal messages that you send to the underage girls. Especially the ones that you're probably communicating with illegally that you aren't supposed to be communicating with. I wouldn't put that past you. Someone like you, I would not put past you on some of these sites, logged in, pretending to be a 14 or 15-year-old boy, stalking after some of these girls year after year after year. I wouldn't put it past you. That's why there are laws on the books. You know that. Did you not learn anything when you was in the penitentiary? The laws aren't to protect you. They're to protect people from people like you. You don't deserve protection. You've proven that. Your past, your actions, your behaviors. I can only imagine what happened to you to get you like that. It ain't rocket science. Do I feel sorry for you? Hell no. Everything you did was a premeditated choice. Nobody held a gun to your head and made you mess with any underage girl. You chose to do it. And it wasn't just one. And it wasn't just two. There's 3 that we know of that you've been convicted of. Those are the ones we know about. God help the others. God help those people over there that are of the mindset that nobody needs to know about you. God help them. They're disillusioned. They're probably in cahoots with you. Who knows? Maybe they're victims themselves. It's not a stretch. See, everyone's not easily delusioned. See, I can go and see what you do and know exactly what it is that you do. You're so desperate that you'll go around to other, Facebook and copy some celebrity's video, bring it over to your YouTube channel, and put your little introduction before it, your little introduction after it, and then run ads through it. You don't have what it takes to be in the entertainment industry. That's why you're reduced to doing that. You're reduced to stealing other people's content for a come up, for a coin. I see it. Anybody with a brain can see it. You're a thief. You're a rogue. The lies don't work on me. I see you for what you are. You have such an issue with the videos I have up about you that you come to my channel every day, every single day, and you click on every one of your videos and you click off of it. You'll click on 20 videos and it'll amount to 3 seconds worth of watch time. So you go out of your way every day to try to manipulate my videos, to try to bring the watch time down, but yet Google still recommends it. What's out on the search engine will stay out there. There's nothing you can do to stop that. Just like there's nothing you can do to clean up your record. There's nothing you can do to change your past. There's nothing you can do to undo what you did to those girls. It can't be undone. That's the grimy life you've been reduced to. You ain't shit. I know it and you know it. You can never measure up to me. It ain't an honest bone in your body. Whatever you can do and get away with it, you will do it. I pity the mother or the father that turns their back and your ass is left alone with their underage girl. I pity them. Because I already know what's going to happen. You've done it before. You probably have done it, numerous times and gotten away with it. Thank God your ass was caught up with. That was a blessing that you was caught up with. People need to know that there's people like you out there. But leave it to you and your crew over there. Nobody needs to know. Really. That's how vile y'all are. And disgusting. People need to know that there's people like you out there. And what you're capable of, what you have done, what you will do, what you're probably still plotting and scheming to do. And what you will do if given any opportunity, you'll do it again. To victim after victim after victim after victim. You deserve to live the life you live in. You deserve not to be afforded the opportunities that I am. It's called living a good life. There ain't nothing good about you. Nothing. Get up on here and lie, cheat, steal, roll, con, scam, troll, connive, scheme, do it all. You've always done it. Like I say, it's only a matter of time. Your ass will be right back in the penitentiary again. That's how it works. There'll be a fourth mug shot out there. So I don't know, stay pressed, stay irked, stay in your feelings. But I got news for you. I don't give a damn about your feelings. I don't give a damn what happens to somebody like you. I never have. I never will. I think somebody like you deserves to live the kind of life that you're living each and every single day. You've been reduced to YouTube doing the most scummiest, grimiest shit I ever seen. And it's a true reflection of who you are. And I think you deserve to live the rest of your days in a life like that. You getting just what your ass deserve. Personally, I think you deserve even worse than that. And who knows what you're really dealing with in your life. And if it is worse, just know there's somebody out there, and I'm that person, that thinks you deserve that too. So, do whatever gets you a nut